Ever feel like you're just like always playing catch up with your day? Like you're, I don't know, barely even functioning until you've had that second cup of coffee?
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, get ready, because today we're going to unlock the secret weapon, morning routines.
Ooh.
And before you even start, and I know you're thinking it, I'm not a morning person.
Right.
Trust me, this isn't about being a morning person at all. It's
Yeah.
about like designing those first few minutes, however many you've got, you know, to actually work for you, no matter what your day looks like, no matter what your personality's like.
Exactly. It's like, understanding the why, like the actual science behind why those tiny little choices right when you wake up can like make or break your focus for the day, your energy, how you handle stress even.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
It is.
So to get into all this, we're diving deep into this conversation.
Hmm.
It's between two people, totally different lifestyles. Aisha's a student, and Ali's a working professional, right?
Yeah.
They've each got their own morning thing going on, their own rituals and all. But what's so fascinating is how the like underlying stuff, the principles, apply to all of us.
It's like they've each, without even realizing it, they've cracked a code.
Totally. Okay, so first up, let's peek into Aisha's world. So picture this 7 a.m.,
Yeah.
no blaring alarm clock, just that kind of gentle sunlight starting to come in,
Yeah. Yeah.
And instead of just leaping out of bed, or even worse, hitting snooze or like scrolling through social media,
I'm the worst.
she takes a few minutes to just stretch
Uh,
and breathe.
See, that's a detail I think that's easy to just kind of gloss over.
Right.
But it's huge because when we wake up, our bodies are often like flooded with cortisol, that stress hormone,
Yeah.
getting us ready to face the day.
Right, that fight or flight mode. Even if the only danger is like an overflowing inbox. Like,
Exactly. But even just like 60 seconds, literally just 1 minute of deep, conscious breathing that can start to lower those cortisol levels. And that helps your brain transition to a calmer, more focused state, which is, let's face it, super crucial for someone like Ausha, right? Who's got a full day of learning ahead of her.
totally. It's like instead of forcing your brain to merge onto the highway at rush hour,
Mhm.
it's like giving it this like smoother on-ramp to the day.
Perfect analogy. Okay, now let's switch gears completely. Ali's routine. So he's up by 6:30, and you know what he reaches for before anything else, even before the coffee.
Ooh, let me guess. Green smoothie.
Nope. A glass of water. Hydration is like his #1 priority.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm definitely more of a like coffee first, water later kind of person.
Hmm.
Why is that so important for him?
Well, there have been studies, and they've shown that even mild dehydration, the kind you might not even register as thirst yet, can actually make your brain super sluggish.
Oh, wow.
It's like trying to, I don't know, run your car on fumes.
Oh, that makes so much sense. See, I always thought that morning fog, that brain fog, was just my brain like needing to wake up. But maybe I've just been unknowingly dehydrated this whole time.
It's a really, really common misconception.
Wow.
So basically, starting the day hydrated, it's like he's priming his brain for all those like demanding tasks, those emails, to-do lists, all that stuff he's got to dive into right away.
Got it.
He's setting himself up for mental clarity right from the get-go.
Okay, so we've got Aisha's calm and collected start. We've got Ollie's super efficiency hack.
Mm.
Totally different approaches, but both of them, they're rooted in this idea of like setting the stage, for success.
And this is where it gets really, really interesting. Because despite their totally different approaches to those first few minutes, both Aisha and Ali, they both tap into this powerful shared strategy. Planning.
Ooh, you're right.
Oh.
It's like they're both kind of like prepping their mental maps, right,
Yeah.
for the day ahead.
Yeah.
Aisha's checking her class schedule. Ollie's diving into his to-do list. No wasted time trying to figure out what's next. But isn't that a bit, obvious? Like, I feel like everybody knows they should plan,
Right.
but like actually doing it,
Totally.
that's a whole other story.
It's not about like this rigid color-coded schedule or anything. It's the simple act of like consciously deciding how you want to use your time, before the day kind of runs away with you.
Ooh, I like that.
Think of it like the Eisenhower matrix.
Okay.
You've probably heard of it, but
I mean, I should know what it is,
yeah.
but refresh my memory.
Okay, so basically you categorize your tasks, right, based on two things: how urgent they are and how important they are.
Okay.
So you've got like your urgent and important stuff. Those are the like non-negotiables, got to do them now tasks.
Right.
And then you've got things that are important but not urgent, and those are more like your long-term goals,
Sure.
projects, things you should probably schedule actual time for.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to
Yep.
see how this all fits in.
Right.
So when Aisha and Ali are like looking at their schedules, they're instinctively doing a mini version of this,
Yeah.
right? Even if they don't realize it. They're identifying the must-dos, the important but not urgent stuff, and maybe even spotting some things they can just like eliminate completely.
Exactly. And honestly, that's the key. By consciously deciding how to use their time, they're reducing that decision fatigue.
Ugh, the worst.
Right, that feeling of being totally overwhelmed by choices.
Yeah.
They're freeing up mental energy for the stuff that actually matters. It's like having a roadmap instead of just wandering around aimlessly, hoping you stumble on your destination.
I love that analogy. But even with the best laid plans, even with our maps and everything, we all know that those energy slumps can hit hard,
Oh, tell me about it.
especially mid-morning.
Yes.
And this is where Aisha and Ali's routines, they converge again. They both make sure to start their day with a healthy breakfast.
It's so crucial. We seriously underestimate the link between what we eat and how clearly we think, how much energy we have.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, expecting your phone to run all day on a 10% charge.
And they're not just grabbing like a donut on the way out the door or anything.
No. Aisha, for example, she knows she needs to stay focused during those morning classes. Right?
Yeah.
So she opts for something lighter, like oatmeal, that's going to give her that steady release of energy. Ali, on the other hand, with his insane work schedule, he needs something a little more.
Intense.
Yeah, a bit more staying power. So he goes for protein-packed eggs or like a smoothie,
So it's not just about eating something.
Mhm.
It's about like understanding what your body and your brain actually need.
Precisely. And that's the beauty of these routines. They're not about following some rigid script.
Right.
It's about understanding the why, the underlying principles, and then you adapt them to your own needs, your own goals.
It really is. Like, I always think about that saying, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper.
Right.
So maybe we need to like update it,
Oh,
to be about your brain.
I like that. Yeah.
Fuel your brain like a king all day long.
Okay, I'm into it. But you've hit on something really important though. It's not just about what we're doing in the morning, right? It's the ripple effect, throughout the day.
Right. It's like those few intentional choices, they kind of set the tone for everything that comes after.
Exactly. It's about momentum. When you start your day and you're already feeling, calm, focused, energized, you're more likely to keep making their healthier choices all day long.
Right.
Whether it's work or food, even just how you're interacting with other humans, kind of flows from there.
It's amazing, actually, to think that these routines, even just these little things,
Mhm.
like that minute of stretching or grabbing that glass of water,
Totally.
they can have such a huge impact.
It's the compound effect, my friend.
Right.
Small changes, but you got to do them consistently.
Yeah.
And over time, boom, remarkable results.
I love it. Okay, so for our listener out there who is like so ready to ditch that morning chaos and unlock some next level efficiency, where do we even begin?
It's all about figuring out what works for you. No one size fits all. So maybe just pick one thing, one element from Aisha's routine or Ali's and try incorporating it next week.
Okay. Yeah.
See what happens.
I like it.
Maybe you swap out that scroll through social media habit for a minute of mindful breathing like ayesha.
Okay.
Or you commit to a week of hydration first, just like Ali.
Oh, I could try that.
Right. And just observe what's the impact. How does it change your day?
It's like we're running a personal experiment,
Yeah.
testing out these productivity hacks in real time.
Exactly. And, who knows? Maybe just by tweaking these little things in our morning routine, we might uncover all these other hidden opportunities for positive change throughout our entire day. What else could we tweak? Our energy, our focus, our creativity. It makes you think, right?
It really does. It makes you realize that even though everything's so fast-paced,
Yeah.
those first few moments, they matter. They really, really matter.
They do.
And that, my friends, is definitely something worth waking up for. Until next time, keep exploring, experimenting, and of course, diving deep.